what's involved in a healing program? Like if somebody has a major medically incurable illness, such as arthritis, diabetes, cancer, hepatitis, even AIDS, what do they need to do to be able to go from where they're at to having a completely clear and healthy body?
Well, they need to get rebirthed for a start.
And how many sessions are they looking at?
Well, it depends. It depends on how willing the client is to go through what they need to go through for the healing to take place. So there's no time limit, and I never give up.
Have you seen clients give up?
Oh yes, yeah, and run away.
That must be disappointing.
Well, the greatest issues that we ever have to face is telling the truth, especially about our families. And some people would rather die than tell the truth about their families.
So you're suggesting that the family is a major source, a major cause of these painful emotions that are making us ill?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So why do people find it so hard to expose family-related trauma? I mean, even if it's killing them, what makes it so hard for them to bring it out in the open and get well?
Well, because simply they could be disapproved of by the family, and the greatest fear of humanity is the fear of being rejected and being alone. So I'm not saying that the healing is easy, but what I'm saying is it's worth it.
So if someone does go through the program, and would you say that some people have a greater aptitude for this kind of healing than other people?
Yes, yes, definitely. And the people who are inclined to stick with rebirthing are people who have had an extremely traumatic life and have tried everything else, and they've found that rebirthing is the only thing that works.
And quite possibly too, they find that there's no other way they're going to get comfort.
Absolutely.
So
I am no way the person I used to be since I've been getting rebirthed. I am unrecognisable now to that old person. I am a brand new person. There is nothing about me that used to be.
And if you knew back then that you were going to be making such a major change, would that have scared you away from the process?
No, absolutely not. Because I knew my life was a mess. I was married to an ex-member of the IRA who was an alcoholic, who was violent, but I couldn't find a way to get out of the relationship, and I was so agoraphobic, leaving wasn't an option. So yeah, I knew I was in big trouble. My life was on the line. This man was either trying to kill himself or kill me.
So you were under a lot of pressure to find something which could actually work?
Absolutely. I was desperate. I was absolutely desperate.
And obviously somewhere along the way you did choose to live.
Many times over. Many times over.
Well, I guess that's a prerequisite for somebody coming for healing. They have to have a pretty strong desire to turn their life around and to actually survive the illness.
Well, I'd like to talk a bit about survival and what that really means. And to me, to be conscious, to have a high level of consciousness is what can keep your body alive. No matter what ails it, as long as you have a high enough consciousness to choose life over death, you will go on living.
So people could be ill with any kind of disease, and all they need to keep on living is simply choice?
Choice. Absolute choice. As long as you are more than 50% conscious.
How do you define that? How do you measure that?
Well, I haven't found a way to measure consciousness. I only know that after being rebirthed, I felt more intelligent than I'd ever been before. I called it intelligence. I don't think it was intellectual intelligence, but it certainly was emotional intelligence. And to me, what it meant was my consciousness level had come up from releasing blockages in my body. So that is a throw-off from this healing work.